welcome to Formulas in 10 minutes. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so welcome back again to a new video of Formulas in 10 minutes. Today we are going to talk about a really common formula and a really good formula. It's a really common one, but this is kind of like the basic of a really good formula for gynecological disease especially, and for blood problems in Chinese medicine. So this formula, as the one we studied last time, Xiao Yao San, it comes from the same book, okay? It calls Tai Ping Hui Min He Ji Ju Fang, okay? So actually, that book was really important. I already told you last time. I mean, if you want, you can check the last episode. And I mean, it was kind of like an important book because inside of that book, they have really important formulas, okay? It's kind of like the Shanghai Lun, but this one is kind of like more recent, you know, it's not that old. So yeah, I mean, there you can find a really good formulas. This formula in some ways is really easy. It has only 4 herbs, but the theory inside, I think it's a little bit more complicated to understand, you know. So in this case, I mean, in order to understand this, I'm going to go a little bit through basic theory of Chinese medicine. I'm going to explain you how it works. Again, here especially we're going to talk about the blood. So this is the main formula to tonify the blood, okay? It calls 四五汤, okay? The 4 substance decoction. I mean, besides the 4 herbs this formula has, we have a function and the use of the formula, okay? So as I told you, this is the main formula to tonify the blood, and the function for this formula is to harmonize the blood and tonify the blood. Okay, so it's going to, I mean, this formula, you're going to use it for a lot of different types of diseases, okay? Everything related to blood, and as I told you at the beginning of the video, especially with gynecological diseases, okay? So a lot of diseases related with the period and related with women's, okay? It's really important formula because don't forget that the essence of the woman's in Chinese medicine is the blood, okay? So this formula, there is 3 organs actually that are going to be really important. That is going to be the liver, the spleen, and the kidneys, okay? So we are going to go through that. So as I told you, in order to really understand this formula, we have to kind of like go again through basic theory. So if you still have some doubts about it, you can actually go back and consult your own books, okay? I'm just going to kind of like give you a big scope of what is the blood in Chinese medicine. So the first thing is like we have the 5 organs, okay? We have the heart, we have the lungs, we have the liver, the spleen, and the kidneys, okay? The 5 principal organs for Chinese medicine, and every organ has an important role when we talk about blood, okay? So in the case of the heart is the ones that governs the blood, okay? The second thing, we have the lungs, and the lungs are in charge of controlling the blood, okay? Then we have the liver stores the blood. Then we have the spleen gathers the blood, okay? And at the end we have the kidney, it produces the blood, okay? Actually, in the theory, it's a little bit different, but actually I put it like this in order for you to understand. So as I told you, here the main organs we are going to talk about are going to be these 3 organs, okay? So we have the liver, the spleen, and the kidney. So why? Because in first order we have the liver, because as I just told you, the liver is kind of like the essence for all the gynecological diseases, okay? So it's really important for women because women lose their essence through the blood, through their period, okay? So it's really important. And the liver has a really big relation with that because the liver actually stores the blood. The other important organ here is the spleen. So the spleen in some ways kind of like in charge of producing the blood, okay? So after the spleen receives kind of like the food, you know, and transforms the food, it will help to transform this food into blood, you know? So this blood will go through all your body and will nourish your body, and also has the function to kind of like keep the blood inside your blood vessels, okay? So don't let your blood, or for example, to don't let you bleed more than you have to, you know? For example, for some women, when they have excessive periods, you know, they have too much blood, so the liver the spleen is in charge of on this function. Okay, then we have the kidneys, and the kidneys actually here are really important, and it's really important for this formula because the kidneys produce the essence, but at the same time, this same essence is the blood. Okay, so in some way, one of the main organs that is producing blood is the kidney. Even though most of the blood is produced in the spleen, the kidneys actually have a really important role producing blood, okay, because the kidneys are the essence. Okay, we are going to have this kind of tongue. Okay, it's a pale tongue, sometimes like a little bit purple, or a dusky tongue. Okay, and the pulse usually is it's a really thin pulse. Okay, sometimes a little bit deep. It's going to feel a little bit choppy, kind of like it's kind of like there is nothing under your fingertips. And thin pulse, as I just. This formula is deficiency of in blood. Okay, it calls the stagnation syndrome, or blood that is not flowing in the Chong and Ren meridian. Okay, so in this case, as I told you, we are talking about gynecological diseases, and the Ren meridian and the Chong meridian are really important meridians related with the gynecological diseases. Okay, and we can see some of the symptoms that are related to this formula. Okay, so for example, people that has deficiency of blood, and because of the deficiency of blood, the patients will have dizziness, they will feel fatigue. Okay, tinnitus, blurry visions, palpitations, pale nails. So you see, like, it's kind of like a combination of all the organs, like for example, the dizziness can be, and the fatigue can be related with the spleen, the tinnitus can be related with the kidney. Okay, the blurry vision with the liver, the palpitations with the heart and the spleen, and also the kidneys. So I mean, as you see here, like, these three organs are essential. It's really important to understand the liver, the spleen, and the liver, the spleen, and the kidneys are essential for this formula. And then the other thing is like menstrual problems, as I just told you. So for example, for irregular menstruation, like dysmenorrhea, amenorrhea, like a lot of different things, like premenstrual syndrome related with the period, this formula is awesome. It's a really good formula, but you have to understand that this formula, basically these 4 herbs are really good. But I mean, in my experience, I never give only 4 herbs to my patients. Okay, like usually I take my patients and we give them like 2 or 3 formulas according to the patients, because I mean, to be honest, there is no one patient that is, like, it's a pure patient. It's going to be exactly as it says in the book. So actually, most of the patients, there are a combination of things. So you have to really understand when to use the formula. Okay, but for example, usually this is going to be the basic. I mean, this formula, I use it a lot, basic, so I put these 4 herbs as basic, and then I just add more herbs on this formula. Okay, right now we're going to talk about the formula itself, like what is the ingredients. Okay, so the first thing we have is Shudi Huang. Okay, so it says 10 grams. Usually I always give the grams according to the problem. I mean, you have to make a diagnosis. So right now I'm going to explain you. So we have Shudi Huang, we have Chuang Xiong, we have Bai Shao, and then we have Dan Wei. Ingredient is going to be Shudi Huang. So if, as you see in the picture, the Shudi Huang is black, and if you think about the 5-element theory and everything, the black color is related with the essence. Okay, so this herb, it's the most important herb for tonifying the blood. Okay, this is the most important herb, and it's like a must herb for tonifying blood. And as I told you, it's related with the kidneys, the black color, and also helps to tonify the essence at the same time. So it's a really important herb. Usually I use, if the patient has a really like a really bad degree of deficiency of blood, I will use up to 20-25 grams. Okay, so it depends on the patient. You have to see what kind of level, or what kind of degree the patient has, what kind of degree of deficiency of blood the patient has, and then according to that you can change the grams of the formula. Okay, the second herb that is really important here is the Dan Wei. Okay, and this one is also a really important herb that helps to tonify the qi and the blood at the same time. Okay, And so these two herbs are really good. Okay, then we have Baishao. So this one is also going to tonify the blood, but in this case what Baishao is going to do also at the same time is tonify the liver blood. Okay, so here we're going to talking about we're seeing these herbs are entering. You know that, remember, every herb also has like a meridian where it goes through. So in this case Baishao will go to the liver. Okay, and then the last one we are going to have Chuangxiong. Okay, so Chuangxiong also will go to the liver, and this one it will help to remove stagnation and also to fortify the blood, you know. So this formula has everything, you know. It moves the blood, it tonifies the blood, removes stagnation, tonifies the chi, you know. So it's a really powerful formula, but as I told you, it's just a basic, and then according to this, I mean, this is the basic, and then according to the patient symptoms you have to add more ingredients. And then I just want to thank you once more for joining the videos, for watching the videos. I will try to post more videos more often, and then I hope you subscribe to the channel, give like, and try to comment down below what you think about the videos, if you like them, if you want me to talk about other herbs or other formulas or acupuncture or classics or other topics you would like. You can text or you can send us an email. There is the email down there, and then I hope you like the video, okay, and subscribe. Thank you very much.